Hi, I'm Dr. Becca Hite, and I'm at Johnson Animal Clinic here to talk to you a little bit more about allergies.
All right, so Dr. Hite, how will a veterinarian test my dog for allergies?
So, the gold standard for testing is still the intradermal skin testing or the blood test to test which allergens your dog reacts to. A lot of times, we're not doing those allergy tests as much because we have such good treatment options.
And how soon will I get the dog allergy test results?
Allergy testing takes about 2 weeks to get back typically. If you go through a dermatologist and you do intradermal, they'll know that day.
Okay, and then what are the common treatments for dog allergies?
Yeah, so if you do the allergy testing, the treatment of choice, and you want to give that about 9 to 12 months to make sure it works, is going to be either injectable serum or oral desensitization injection. But what we're typically going to use is Cytopoint, which is a really amazing injection. It takes dogs' own immunoglobulin antibodies and puts them into this injection so it blocks any an allergen that they typically will have. And the shot lasts about 4 to 6 weeks, which has been a godsend for most of these allergic dogs. The other one that I use quite often, besides steroids, which is the old way to do it and still works, is Apoquel. And that is an immunomodulator that has less side effects than prednisone, but it's typically just takes all those side effects away, but works just as well. And you don't have any of the issues you have to deal with the peeing and the drinking of the steroids.
Okay, and how are flea and insect bites on my dog treated?
So flea allergic dog, any allergic dog, 95% of them are also flea allergic. So in our state, you want to have year-round prevention. It is fleas are around almost all year here, but even more so in an allergic dog, you want to make sure we're preventing that. So there are several products that I don't recommend anymore, like Frontline and Advantage. Those are just not working very long anymore. They're still very safe, but they're not inexpensive. So I would even go to a comparable product and use a pill like Bravecto, NexGard, or the Seresto collar. Those are going to be much more beneficial, and longer term results are going to improve with those for your flea and tick.
Okay, and then what medicine is safe for dogs with allergies?
So over-the-counter antihistamines, there are several that are safe as long as you're not using pseudoephedrine. So no Zyrtec D or Claritin D, no Benadryl D. So as long as they're plain antihistamines, we can get you those doses. Those are safe over the counter, and then the drugs I've listed earlier.
Okay, and then you mentioned Benadryl D, but can I give my dog regular Benadryl for allergies?
Yes, exactly. You can definitely do Benadryl. You can do Zyrtec. You can do Claritin, chlortramaton. Those are all safe to give your pet.
Okay, and are there any holistic options for dog allergies?
There are some holistic options, and there's, of course, or holistic vets that talk a little bit more about those. But aloe oatmeal shampoos, antihistamines, medicated wipes occasionally, since they're not, they're chlorhexidine, so they're not a super strong medication. Those are things that can prevent us from having to do Apoquel and prednisone and Cytopoint. You may be able to get away with those. Omega-3s are always helpful for dogs that have those skin issues, and regular shampoos.
Okay. And last question, is there anything I need to do in my home environment for my dog's allergies?
So a big one that has come across lately in dogs, more so in cats, but in dogs as well, is essential oils. So there are several that are toxic, but a lot of them are very irritating, even those little microspheres that are going into the air. So I would minimize essential oil use. You want to, if you have a really allergic atopic dog, you want to get rid of any carpet powder, any plugins or candles, incense, anything that might irritate your upper respiratory tract could irritate their skin really easily.
Okay. And then if I have more questions regarding dog allergies, can I contact you?
Absolutely. You can get on johnsonanimalclinic.com, or on our phone is 502-456-2870.